Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I'm continuing my series, my solo RPG campaign featuring the Tiny Supers role-playing game designed by Bahr, published by Gallant Games. And in my last episode, a team of superheroes went on a call to try to stop a creature that was rampaging through the downtown. They managed to stop it, but during that time, one of the team members, the Phantom Avenger, has an AI, and the AI warned him that there was a break-in at the Eastgate Labs across town, and that it needed to be investigated immediately to know why they were doing it. Phantom Avenger thinks that the creature rising up out of the ground to rage downtown was a distraction in time for this break-in. So, Blink, the leader of the team, she is a teleporter. She teleported Stonewall there, and the rest of them have jumped into Phantom Avenger's car and are speeding across town now to try to get to this location as quickly as possible. But Stonewall is there to head off anything that has been going on. So that's where we are now. This is episode 2, issue 2 of my Tiny Supers playthrough. And so let's get right into the action. So he arrives, teleports right inside the fence perimeter of the back of the labs. And he starts looking around. And just as he's about to round these barrels, somebody moves extremely fast looking around, and she stops and she says, "Somebody's here." And so it's initiative. So since Stonewall's the only one here, he is going after them, which makes sense, and she has super speed. Just so you all know, let's see how that works in Tiny Supers. So the way super speed works in this game is she gets tier 1, so any turn when she moves, she can also count as having taken the evade action. So she's automatically evading, and that's all she gets currently. And I am going to assume that her speed is doubled. I would say, why not? So her speed is doubled, and so she can pretty much move anywhere on the field that she needs to, and that is that. But she also has the evade action, like once she moves. So she is moved, and she's there. She gets to act first. She's not really in the mood to tussle with this guy by herself, so she moves up on top of this crate, shipping crate. She has climbing ability, which is that's the way I simulate her super speed going up and over. By the way, I did not create her, nor have I created any of, I'm not responsible for the creation of these characters. One is going to be from the Destroyers, which is a Villains and Vigilantes module that I use for superhero games when I play with face-to-face. And then the other 3 are from an Icons adventure, or not Icon, no, Bash, the superhero game Bash, and basic action superheroes. I think it's that's what Bash stands for. She is Silver Widow, and she is from that. I did not create any of these villains. I just statted them up for the game. Anyway, so that out of the way, let's get to it. So she moves before him, so she moves on top of the crate to kind of keep an eye on him. And then another character moves, and then a woman makes a double move to get around the corner here. She's dressed all in white, and she goes, "So Stonewall, I'm afraid," yes, I know who you are. "I'm afraid that you are delusional if you think you can stop us." We'll see about that, lady." So he moves, and then moves again, but he doesn't get quite up on her, and we go into initiative now again. So let's see if Stonewall gets to swing at this lady before. Nope, she is going to move first. So she puts out her hands, and ice flies out at him, and she's using her elemental control cold powers. So that gives her a blast power, and as well as a snaring power, but you can only use the power once per turn. So it is going to do, they've been up to tier 2. So tier 2 blast, I believe, does 2 damage, but that is not going to be enough to get through Stonewall's stone skin. So it's not enough. So yeah. But it could snare him and stop him from moving. which would be very unfortunate. His movement's going to be half from now on, and he is incapable without a successful save test. Now, since he is super strong, if he tries to move, I'm going to give him a advantage on that roll. So she backs away from him around this shipping container to keep away from him, but he is now iced up, and so it is now the speedster is not going to mess with him when he's in the ice, and this guy who looks to be made of stone and carrying a huge hammer comes around the corner, and he's able to move around and then smash at Stonewall with his hammer. Now, I don't know if I should rule that hammer. Plus, Stonewall has not yet quite recovered from the battle with the creature that came up from underneath the earth and was terrorizing the town, the city. So he is he's a bit injured as well from the battle. All right, so this guy swings with his huge hammer, and he hits. Doesn't get a crit, but he hits. Now, it's a heavy weapon, so it does 2 by itself. And also, this guy has super strength 2, so that boosts it up to 3, and he has powerful blows, so he does at least 1 damage. So with Stonewall's damage reduction, he still takes 1 point of stress capacity damage, and this creature, or this guy, has hit him in the back. Now, that's it. I'm not going to say he broke the ice or anything, simply because, is that a pun? And also because Stonewall has advantage anyway to break out of the ice that he finds that is hindering his movement. So, and then there's one other, and another guy, he slinks in the shadows, and he does it successfully. So, all right. So I'm going to roll initiative, and we'll see how he goes. And he goes before. Okay, so also I've decided that Phantom Avenger didn't bring them in his car. He brought them in his Phantom Copter. And so they've landed outside of the thing, and they are now disembarked from the copter, and they will be able to act next round. So Stonewall has to break free of the ice. He is ensnared in ice. And he gets it. He gets 2 successes. Even though I didn't roll. Well, should I roll his dice? I guess I should roll his dice. And he does. He breaks free. So it was meant to be. All right. He breaks free of the ice. That's 1 action. He swings around and takes a punch at the stone guy. So it's stone on stone here, folks. So he gets 1 blow against this guy, and he hits. No crit. And he does 3 damage. And this guy has reduction of 2. So he takes 1 damage, this guy. Stone on concrete. Let's see who comes out on top. And so he takes a point of damage. All right. And then this guy moves to the fence, and he starts to climb the fence. The speedster moves and comes around to kind of distract the heroes who have appeared. And then Cold Snap, she's going to climb up on top of the crate, and she's going to shoot just an ice blast at Stonewall to try to hurt him, and not necessarily ensnare him this time. Just straight up blast. And misses. And since it's just the blast and not the shared thing, she gets another attack. And this time she hits. She is a controller, so it's not enough to, her ice power could not break through his rock skin. So, all right, through his Stonewall. All right, so now that was all the bad guys. Let's go to initiative. All the gang's all here. All right, and so Geomorph goes after, Blink before, Stonewall before, and Phantom Avenger before. So only Geomorph is acting after the villains. All right, so Phantom Avenger, he's not going to mess with the speedster. He's going to make a double move. I'm also going to see if he he does see the guy trying to climb the fence, so that's who he's heading towards. So he noticed him and he's heading that direction. I don't know if this is it's on camera or not. It is not. It is not on camera. Let's see if I can move everything up a little bit. Not on camera. All right. All right, there's that. Move that up a little. Move this up a little. Move this up a little. Is it all in place? Close enough. Those are going to stay there. Those are going to stay there. And this guy is climbing the fence. That's a little better. And he is heading that direction, and they are fighting here. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Now we're on camera, ready to roll. All right, so Stonewall is going to take 2 punches at this concrete guy. Hit. And missed. So he does 1 damage to the concrete guy with a blow from his fist. And then Blink. She is going to teleport up here next to her and hit her with one of her batons. And she hits, and she does 1 damage to her. Oh, Blink has Armor Master. I forgot. Okay. In the last battle. I don't think she got hit, though, so that's good. That's why I forgot, because I didn't have to apply it. All right, so she hit Cold Snap for 1 damage. And now it is the bad guy's turn. So Concrete swings his maul at Stonewall. Heavy weapon, so he gets 1 attack, but it can do... Oh my goodness. So he hits. All right, so he has super strength plus 2. He does 2 damage to heavy weapons, so that's 4 damage. So actually, Stonewall's taking 2 damage off of that because his reduction. So there's that. Then Cold Snap is she's gonna do her spray at her ability to try to snare Blink and keep her. She's gonna do damage and also try to ensnare her in ice. She hits, and she so she's ensnared her, and she does a point of damage with her ice. I think it's been boosted to 2 damage. 2 damage for her ice. So Blink has now taken 2 damage, but it comes off her armor. She's wearing a Kevlar spiderweave suit, so it comes off her armor. So she is down to 1 armor before she starts taking anything off of her stress capacity. All right, so that was that, but she's also currently ensnared. This creature comes up over and comes back down. We're gonna call that 1 move, and then he sees Phantom Avenger, and he's gonna try to escape. So he's gonna move. We'll say he's move. I don't want to take him off camera, and so Phantom Avenger's gonna have to do something. All right. And then the Speedster moves up on Geomorph and punches him. Silver Widow. She has powerful attacks, so she does at least 1 point of damage. She's also a brawler. So when she takes the evade action, she gets to roll 2 dice to avoid a blow. So that's what she's going to do. Brawler, if you are fighting an army, you evade with 2d6 instead of 1d6, and she automatically takes the evade if she runs because of her power. She has powerful blows, so she does at least 1 point of damage when she punches. So she is going to attack, and she is mastered in that, and she does 1 damage to Geomorph. Geomorph, okay. Is he wearing armor? No, he has not armored up his, he hasn't put up his rock armor yet. All right, so now it is his turn. So he is going to, he can try to, see if he can do that. I think he can. All right, so he is going to, he can blast. All right, so yeah, he's going to try to buckle the ground below her to try to get her to fall prone, and he is unable to do it, and so he's going to do it again, and he is unable to do it. I think I'll play that like she was able to dance around the buckling of the earth, so it did not affect her. That's how I'm going to play that. All right, so initiative. Ooh. Phantom Avenger getting initiative is very important. Oh, good. Okay, so Blink. Stonewall, no, he's after the enemies. But Geomorph is before, Blink is before, and Phantom Avenger is before. So that is going to work out fairly well. I hope. We shall see. So immediately, Phantom Avenger shoots his... he shoots a... grappling hook to try to, wrap around the evading rat man. And so he needs to make a test, and he gets it. So it wraps around the guy, and then as his second action, he yanks him back. And so I'm going to give the guy a save test to try to avoid being yanked back. He doesn't really have strength or anything, so he is an acrobat though, but he fails, so he comes within range. He gets pulled back towards Phantom Avenger. And now it is Geomorph's turn. He's going to try to make her fall prone again. He thinks this tactic is going to work. And he gets a 5, so that's good. So it buckles, and then if it buckles, I think she automatically falls prone for now. And then if not, see if she gets some kind of test. Make a save test or fall prone. So I'm going to give her advantage because she's a speedster. And she makes it. And so she does not fall prone. So he said, that's it. And he shoots her with rock. And Earth Blast he is mastered in. And he hits her. And his Earth Blasts, I think, are boosted up 1. And they do an additional point of damage. I think they're doing 2 damage. But she gets an evade. She gets to evade. So this is going to be interesting. Tier 3, you get a tier 2 blast power. Yes, that's +1 damage. So he's actually doing 2 damage to her, but she gets to take the evade action, and she gets to test with 2d6, and she rolls a 5 or a 6. She evades, and she doesn't. So she takes it. She takes those stones, boom, full on, and that's 2 damage to her, to the Silver Widow. All right. Okay. So that brings us to Blink. Blink has to... I'm going to rule... Now, the ice pretty much has her encased. But I'm going to rule it's not like... She's going to teleport out of the ice. That's going to be 1 action. She's going to teleport over here. She can't see she can't see Phantom Avenger and the Rat Man from where they're fighting. So actually she's going to teleport up here out of the ice. Or she can see over there. Well, you know what? She's in the... I'm just going to have her teleport here. And then I think she could just teleport again. Second action. I don't see why not. So she's going to teleport here to help with that speedster. All right, so now the bad guys. So Concrete takes a swing at Stonewall. Oh, hits. So Stonewall's going to take 2 points of damage, which Stonewall's in trouble. And then Cold Snap. She's going to go help the Rat Man. So she's going to move down and move over to the chain link fence. And then the Silver Widow did not fall prone, I don't think. Yeah. So Silver Widow is going to punch Geomorph and hits. And then she's going to move over here to help Ratman, and she has the evade action when she moves. Okay, so Stonewall, he's got to do some damage to this concrete guy. So he swings, punches, so that's going to be 1 damage. Swings again and hits again. So 2 more damage on concrete, but no crit to unfortunately fell him. So now it is initiative. Did I have the Ratman? No, Ratman needed to, I'm sorry, Ratman needed to. So he takes a swipe at, he swipes at Phantom Avenger with his claws. Give him 2 attacks. Hits. Now, Phantom Avenger's armor's so good, it basically gives him the armored superpower instead of like Armor Master. So that is reduced by 1 to minimum 1. So he takes 2 damage. So it wasn't enough to, he got through his armor. His claws cut right through his armor. All right. He has not been hit. Phantom Avenger. And he takes 2 damage onto his stress capacity. And now we roll initiative. Shoot. Geomorph goes after. Stonewall goes after. Blink goes after. And Phantom Avenger goes after. Oh, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good at all. All right. So. So the bad guys. Concrete's going to try to take down Stonewall. Oh, he missed. He only gets 1 attack with that heavy weapon. I'm going to have him take the evade action. He's going to try to jump out of the way of Stonewall's blow since he gets the 2nd action. All right, well, that was fortuitous. Cold Snap climbs and then drops down and fires an Ice Blast at Phantom Avenger. And misses. Phantom Avenger slides to the side as the ice flies by him. All right, so that's that. Silver Widow takes a punch and hits Phantom Avenger, but his armor to a minimum of 1, so he's going to take 1. But if he gets hit extra hard, it reduces it just to 1 anyway, or takes 1 off. All right, anyway, so he's going to take 1 damage. So he's down to 3. And she is going to, if she doesn't move, she won't get her evade action this round. So she runs, she walks, she kind of moves, she moves Ratman, and she says, "Hand me the device." And Ratman's like, "It's mine, no, mine." And so now, that was her actions. Ratman claws at Phantom Avenger and hits. 2nd claw attack misses. So Phantom Avenger takes 1 more point of damage. All right, that's everybody. All right, so now the heroes go. All right, so Phantom Avenger throws a stun bomb right here, and he's going to try to stun both Silver Widow and Ratman. So first of all, I'm going to make sure he gets the throw off, and it would be, oh crap, oh, I was using hero points. I forgot about hero points. So he's going to use a hero point to re-roll that test. And he is successful. He has 2 hero points left. Okay, yeah, let's not forget about hero points, folks. I'm just so excited to play. I forgot to set up that part of the play. All right, anyway, so yes, so he uses that, and he throws the stun bomb in the correct place. Those 2 have to make save tests. So, Silver Widow, she makes her save test, is not stunned. Ratman, he is not stunned, so okay, never mind then. And then he will He will do it again. So we got to see if he can... Oh my gosh. Stun Bomb is going to miss. Fine. I'm not using another hero point for that. All right, Geomorph. He moves and fires a bunch of stone and concrete at Cold Snap. And he hits. And she takes 2 damage. Blink. She's getting the feeling like Cold Snap's the hero here. Or the leader. So she's going to teleport in front or by Cold Snap and hit her with her fighting baton. And hits her for 1 point of damage. Cold Snap takes 1. All right. Stonewall takes 2 shots at concrete. Misses. He's going to use a hero point to re-roll that. And hits. Second blow. Hits again, but no crit. But anyway, that's okay. So he hits for 2 more on concrete. And... that's it. That's the heroes. All right. So, initiative. All right. So, Blink goes after. Stonewall goes after. Phantom Avenger and Geomorph go before. They go before the villains. All right. So, Geomorph. He is going to move and buckle the ground underneath their 2 feet. So, I can't remember if he has to test do that or they just have to save. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they just have to save. So I'm going to give her advantage. And she saves, and him, I guess I'll give him advantage too. He's like, he has acrobat, so. And he saves as well. So he buckles the ground underneath them, but they keep their feet. All right, so that was his attack. Phantom Avenger. He's got a bad feeling. So he quickly, he grabs something from his utility belt and whips it at Silver Widow, and it is very small, and she doesn't notice it. And then the second is he takes a punch at Ratman and hits, and he does 1 damage to Ratman. Ratman. Okay. All right, so now the villains. So Silver Widow, she tries to grab the device that's hanging from a bag around Ratman in a satchel. So I'm going to give her, because of her reflex, I'm going to give her advantage to grab it. And she's able to grab it. And then she takes it and runs. She gets double moves. So that was her action. Ratman's like, no, my shiny. And so he's trying to escape. So he's going to try to... he's going to try to break out of Phantom Avenger's rope. So he's going to take 2 actions to do so. He gets 1 successful action, and he gets 2. So he's out of his rope. He made it out of the rope. Cold Snap. She shoots out a spray, like a cone of cold at these 2, to be able to try to shockwave customization out of the Gallant verse campaign guide. So shockwave, when you make a ranged attack that originates from the customized power. So she's gonna, yeah, okay, we'll just have her do it. Doesn't matter. Make a ranged attack. You may target all enemies within close range of target. Use the same attack roll for all enemies. So what this going to do is shoots out a shockwave, so it affects both of them with one attack. And she hits. All right, so they have to make save tests. Blink fails. She's going to re-roll with her hero dice. Fails, okay. Not hero dice, hero point. And then Geomorph has to save. All right, so they're both ensnared, and they both take a point of damage. From ice, but they're ensnared. All right. That was her attack. She only gets to do that once, and then now that they're ensnared, she's going to move over here. She's going to move over here to try to maybe either escape or aid Ratman. All right. So that was her attack. Ratman broke out of the rope. She stole the bag and ran. So Concrete swings his maul at, that's just enough. And so I'm going to have him use a hero point, because that's going to be 2 damage. He's going to use a hero point to reduce it by 3. So he takes no damage from it. Stonewall, that is. And then all right, so now it is Blink's action. She's going to blink out of the ice and then smack Cold Snap with her fighting baton. Her super powerful fight. And she hits. And that is enough to knock Cold Snap out cold. Haha, I'm a dad after all. Dad jokes are my thing. All right, so knocked Cold Snap out cold. And we move on to Stonewall. He takes 2 blows at Concrete. And he hits, no crit. But that is finally enough to ring Concrete's bell and reduce him to rubble. Not really, he just knocks him out. Okay, so that's that. And then his other action, he starts moving towards the fence. Okay, initiative. Ugh. All right, so Blink goes before and and Stonewall before. Everybody else goes after. Not every. All right, Geomorph and Phantom Vendor go after. Okay. Stonewall, he ain't messing around with no fence. He just goes. He rips through the fence like it's tissue paper. Comes through the fence. But it's his action to move and to rip open the fence, and so he moves a little bit more, and he's there. That's all he gets to do. Blink does no longer. The speedster is pretty far away, so we're gonna do a wrap round. She's gonna teleport right in front of the speedster because you could still see her and take a swipe at her with a fighting baton. And she hits, so 1 damage to Silver Widow. Oh, Silver Widow evades, though. She takes the damage. So, she takes the damage. And then that was her. Silver Widow runs twice and runs around a corner so that Blink can't see her down the neighborhood. And then Ratman takes, he's going to run away. And then run away, but he's still able to be seen by the heroes down the street. And okay. All right. But, okay, so here's what we're going to do. Yeah, never mind. So, yeah, he's heading down the street. Okay. And and then Concrete's out, so yeah, okay. So now, Phantom Avenger goes over and ties up Cold Snap and puts a blindfold on her so she can't see. He's not going after the Ratman. He doesn't care anymore, so that's his action. Geomorph is going to try to buckle the ground. He's going to move up and buckle the ground underneath Ratman to see if he can have him fall prone. He is not holding up much hope. So Ratman gets to make a save test, but I'm going to give him advantage because he is agile and he is able to easily jump over the buckling and keep going. So there is that. Initiative. So only Blink and Stonewall are going before the villains. And Geomorph and Phantom Avenger after. All right. So Blink teleports, looks down the street, can't find Silver Widow, and teleports back down here where they are. That's her 2 actions. Stonewall comes around. He's not going to be able to catch Ratman. And then Ratman keeps running. Blink could probably stop him, but she's given up. Too many other things to worry about. And Silver Widow has disappeared. Well, what was this gadget they were talking about? I don't know, but I'm going to have my AI try to figure it out. All right. In the meantime, what do we do with them? Well, we need to really get that concrete trussed up. We're going to have to call the police specialized unit that takes care of supervillains. My AI has already done it. The cops are on the way with the specialized unit. All right, excellent. Well, I don't feel like sticking around and explaining this all to them. And I also am hoping that we can get out of here before the Eastgate Laboratory people try to slap us with having to pay for all the damage to their pavement and their fence. Yes, let us go. All right, Stonewall. I'm sorry, Stonewall, buddy, but you're gonna have to. Here, I'll teleport you back to headquarters. I'll teleport you back to. I'll teleport you back to Phantom Avengers skyscraper. So she teleports away Stonewall. The rest of them go to the copter, the Phantom copter, and fly to Phantom Avengers skyscraper. They land on top, and they are going to get together and try to decide what to do next and try to track down where Silver Widow went and try to figure out why they stole this thing that they stole. So that's episode 2, issue 2. So hopefully you had a good time with that. I had a blast. Hopefully you're enjoying these superhero stuff. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Mage Hammer out.